All right. There we go. We are live and in color. At least I hope so. See, it's on. It's on live chat. That's good. That's good. Okay. Okay. Make sure my phone's on silent. It is now. All right. Okie doke. Good evening, everybody. If you're tuning in another time, well, good morning, good afternoon. Today is going to be a more eventful day, I will say, in regards to describing what's been going on in the world recently. But first, as per usual on this channel, we'll talk about the weather. And that's going to be very important for what's to come soon. Because tell me why this is the first thing that pops up on the weather website. Historic March heat wave could set records in over 100 cities in 10 states. let's try and stay on topic. So these have been the 3 cities, well, places I've been looking for the weather, since there are some people that live in Baltimore, and there are some people, I don't know if they've been on this channel, but I just figured I'd mention it since they had that big snowstorm. They live in New York City. So we'll start with Baltimore. Do not have my location, please, just in case it gets dismissed, just in case it gets leaked, because you know how websites are. Anyway, as of right now, on this wonderful night, it is 36 degrees, clear sky, so you can see the stars and well, you can't see the moon. It's a new moon now. And I think today is the end of Ramadan. I think. Let me double check. No, it's supposed to end tomorrow. You guys got one more day of Ramadan. You guys got it. I believe in you. And tomorrow, and the day after that, and the day after that, that's when it's supposed to warm up. So tomorrow, high will be 53, low 37, and all throughout the weekend for Baltimore, it's going to be partially cloudy. Friday, 61 is the high, 49 is the low. Saturday, 21 is the high. What the fuck? 68 as the high, 47 as the low. What the fuck? This is why I need my happy self to bed. But I'm not gonna do it. Because I have things to discuss. Anyway. For New York, it's still a little chilly for you guys, but it's still clear. It's 33 right now, but it feels like 26. But thankfully, it's supposed to warm up for you guys. High being the 47, low 38 on Thursday. Friday, high 55, low 47. Saturday, high 60, low 44. And now for my home state. It's a little chilly here. Close to the 40s, I will say. I keep getting hair in my eyes. Anyway. So tonight it'll be 29 as the low. Tomorrow, 62 as the high, 35 as the low. Friday, 72 as the high, 51 as the low. And Saturday, 78 as the high, 49 as the low. And if you hear the washing machine in the back, no, you don't. You did not hear that. Point blank, period. You did not hear a thing. But yeah, what's going on with the weather? It's going to be a heat wave. I think it has something to do possibly with maybe the U.S. and Israel striking a oil refinery in Iran. But I'll get more on that later. Before anything, we are going to talk about the. We are going to talk about the Oscars. I was looking at my notes. We're going to talk about the Oscars and how sinners showed out. Let me go ahead and put this on screen. So as you can see, here's a full list of winners according to The Hollywood Reporter. Best Picture, one battle after another, which starred Tiana Taylor and Leonardo DiCaprio, I guess. Best Director went to Paul Anderson for One Battle After Another. Here's what we're going to talk about. Best Actor. Michael B. Jordan in Sinners. Beating Timothy Chalamet. More like Timothy Chalamet at this point. There's another one where Sinners took home an award. No, it wasn't that. Best Original Screenplay. Ryan Coogler for Sinners. Best Cinematography. Sinners with Autumn Thorold Arcapa. I'm sorry, but your name, ma'am. Where else did they win? Best Original Score. Sinners by Ludwig. Y'all kill me with these names. Goranson. Y'all kill me with these names now. And of course, K-pop Demon Hunters took some awards too. And that's mostly what Sinners took home. Sinners took home Best Original Score. Best Cinematography. Have fun! Best Original Screenplay and Best Actor. Which I really wish that more of the cast from Sinners took more awards, like with Best Supporting Actor. Delroy Lindo really played Delta Slim in Sinners. I really enjoyed his character, Delta Slim. So that's a bit of a letdown for me. Best Actress. They didn't even have a woman in here. Maybe Best Supporting Actress? Did they at least have... Oh, they didn't even have, what's her name? The woman that played, Mary. They didn't even have her listed for Best Actress. Now, Best Supporting Actress, that one. I really wish that Wunmi Musaku won an award for that. Either her or Tiana Taylor, but you know how these Academy Award shows go. They're very, very racist, very white coded, very, very beneficial only for the white man. But I feel like slowly but surely, more black art is being seen more than just, hold on, let me get out of this. More than just slave torture porn at this point. Because Sinners is a masterpiece. I've seen it like 5, 6 times now, and I will see it more times. Thank you very much. So yeah, it. My cat just walked by. It's wonderful. It's really wonderful, and hopefully this will lead to more black art being seen and black art being shown off and black art being just the norm, not just being the whole 12 years a slave type shit. We need more sinners. We need more Black Panthers. We need more creeds. We need more as black people. We need more. That's all I'm gonna say. We need more. But in the same breath as we celebrate the wins of Ryan Coogler and Michael B. Jordan, we gotta address the elephant in the room. How, ma'am, may I help you? You're gonna knock something over. I know it. You're not. You promise? Okay. We gotta address the elephant in the room. How no one else addressed the elephant in the room, and that elephant is the Epstein files. How? Do you mind? How no one addressed anything with Epstein files? How no one said how much they hated that no more of the Epstein files are being released. In fact, more and more Epstein files are being deleted as we speak because everyone's distracted more or less with what's going on in Iran. Don't you go tippy tappy on the keyboard. I don't want you to press something that makes the string go off. Okay? But yeah. And I saw a Instagram video about it, a person talking about it, and it's mostly because they don't want to get rid of their status. Like they don't want to lose their status with talking about the Epstein files. Or, and this is the more sinister part, they don't want to end up 6 feet under for talking about it because that's what these rich elites will do. They will silence someone who speaks out in more ways than one, whether they end up in a mental asylum or they end up in the ground. That's just how it is. That's generally how it is. You are purring up a storm. Anyway. But that's I I just want more people to speak out. Granted, I don't put celebrities on a pedestal, not anymore at least, but show us that you're human at this point. That's how low the bar is. Show us that you're human. Instead of just doing all these performative political speeches, wearing these little tiny microscopic pins saying F ice. Just do more, be more. Show us you're human. That's what we want. That's what we need. That's what we desire. Have empathy. And I need so many more people to have more empathy for real. Yeah, get back here. No, lay back down. You were just comfortable. There we go. I need so many more people to have empathy because we are in. There are so many people that just lack. Where you going? You leaving now? Okay. There are so many people that absolutely lack. Don't you step on it? That absolutely lack empathy. I'm sorry about that. I thought my cat was gonna step on something on the keyboard and make the stream go off. I don't want that. Not at all. Not at all. Anyway, now that little light refresher is out the way, we gotta talk about why the Trump administration wants us distracted so they can delete more Epstein files. And that's with the current attacks going on with attacks on Iran facilitated by the US and Israel. And with that, hold on, I thought I had the article. I thought I had the article, but I was wrong. No, that's not it. There it is. Okay. All right. So, because of what's going on with the US and Israel trying to tag team on Iran, Iran basically said, "You know what? You see this little area where you guys like to travel to get all your oil and shit, the Strait of Hormuz? Yeah, we're gonna start banning you from that. We're gonna start banning your ships from crossing there. We're gonna make sure that you guys can't get any more oil because we know that's what you want. You guys want oil. That's all you ever want is just oil." But yeah, this is from the NPR News. The effective closure of the Strait of Hormuz, a vital waterway through which about 20% of the world's crude oil and natural gas typically passes, has roiled. That's not ruined. It's roiled. I guess. Global energy markets. When analysts have looked at the things that could go wrong in global oil markets, this is how about as wrong as things could go at any single point of failure, says Kevin Book, the co-founder of research firm Clearview Energy Partners. So yeah, there's very little going on here. Like it's almost going at a snail's pace, if not completely stopped. Like this is how it started before the airstrikes. This is it now. Well, as of March 1st. Like Iran is not taking anybody's shit. First and foremost. Global crude oil prices, already elevated due to risk of war, have shot up more than 10% since the US and Israel attacked Iran. Natural gas prices in Europe and Asia, which rely heavily on imported liquefied natural gas or LNG, has risen even more sharply. About 20 million barrels of oil per day, for 24 hours, typically passes through the strait. Some countries, including the US, do have stockpiles, and some producers in the Gulf region can redirect oil away from the strait to other ports, but those changes can't make up for all the shortfall. Oh. With this, I'm going to put it in layman terms as best I can. With this, y'all niggas won't be able to fill up your gas tank. That point blank period. Y'all won't be able to fill up your gas tank at all. That $20 you think will fill up your little Ford Fiesta? No. That won't even touch half a tank with what's going on here. That won't touch half a tank. That won't even fill a quarter of a tank if this continues. And it be the people that say, well, I don't do politics. I don't really keep up with that stuff. All that stuff just doesn't make sense to me. Well, guess what? Politics is about to start doing you raw, no lube. Just getting in your shit. Just, got one leg up. Let me stop. Let me stop. But yeah, for real. The same people that are like, I don't do politics, are complaining about the price of gas. Be oh so fucking for real. Be oh so fucking for real. All this going on. And for y'all to keep saying it's not that deep, it's not that deep. This is where it's not that deep. This is where we've come for where this is how far we've gone. This is how far it's not that deep brought us. This is how far. This is exactly how far it's not that deep brought us. Y'all want to make memes about this shit. And I get we're trying to find humor, but ain't shit funny. Ain't shit funny, because guess what? Guess what? Hold on, let me find where the fuck my mouse is. Guess what? Switzerland, who's usually neutral for about every single thing that's happened on this earth since the country existed, they had something to say about what's going on. Switzerland is deeply alarmed by the escalation in the Middle East following the military strikes in Iran. It calls for full compliance with international law and urges de-escalation. In view of the tense security situation, the FDFA has updated its travel advice. Y'all made the Swiss talk about this shit? It's so bad that the Swiss had to get the Swiss nigga? The Swiss nigga? The Swiss nigga? You got the Swiss that are neutral saying this is fucked up. This administration got the Swiss saying this shit is fucked. That should tell you a lot of things. That should tell you so many things about this administration. I swear. And guess what Trump decided to do? Since Iran basically shut down the Strait of Hormuz? Trump want to beg and plead with NATO to help them, to help the U.S. continuing to attack Iran. And NATO said, ha! You tried to come over and steal Greenland, bitch. We ain't helping shit. You started this shit. You finish it. You gotta finish it. You gotta go to that lonesome valley all by yourself. Don't believe me? Let me show you. According to Reuters.com, Trump says NATO's refusal to help on Iran is a very foolish mistake. No, it's not. It's not. It's very smart. It's very smart because they can see through the bullshit. Donald Trump on Tuesday said that the United States had been informed by most of its NATO allies that they do not want to get involved with the country's military operation in Iran, a move that he described as a very foolish mistake. But Trump gave no indication that he plans to punish NATO allies for their stances, as he took questions from reporters in the Oval Office during the St. Patrick's Day visit of Irish Prime Minister Mike. Look what you did. Where'd you go? Look what you did. Look at what you did. You did this. You did this. What do you have to say for yourself? Huh? That's what I thought. Where's that? During the St. Patrick's Day visit of Irish Prime Minister Michael Martin, Trump said NATO countries were supportive of the joint U.S.-Israel war, which has now entered its third week, even as they did not want to get involved. He just be saying shit at this point. He really just be saying shit. He really do. He really do. He really just be saying shit. Like it's and let's not forget. Let us not forget that Iran has been putting belt to ass with Israel. Belt to ass, I'm telling you. Tel Aviv was hit with so many airstrikes in retaliation. And the people in Tel Aviv are all here boo-hoo crying about the rubble. Meanwhile, that's the same thing they did to the Palestinians. And you expect us to feel sympathy for your ass? You expect us to feel sorry for y'all when y'all were cheering on the IOF for shooting the livestock of Palestinians? Y'all want us to be sympathetic to you when y'all were bombing hospitals and colleges and primary schools and homes? Y'all want us to feel bad for you? Us, the people that saw y'all commit war crimes since October 3rd. This is the most live streamed genocide in modern history. And y'all want us to feel sorry for your ass. And for the people that gonna say I'm anti-Semitic, no. This is not anti-Semitism. Y'all have lost the plot of what anti-Semitism means. Matter of fact, let's refresh our memory, shall we? Not going to the US definition. Fuck that. Fuck that shit. Where is it? Well, let's go with the definition of Semitic. So, according to vocabulary.com, Semitic describes a group of languages including Hebrew and Arabic, as well as people who traditionally speak them. Now, for anti Semitic, According to the Merriam-Webster, hold on. According to the Merriam-Webster, an anti-Semite is a person who has a hostile prejudices. Damn it, I can't speak. I need to go to bed. Prejudice attitude towards Jewish people. Now, having hate and having criticism are two separate schools of thought. Two separate schools of thought. I am very critical of the Israeli government and what they're doing to Palestinians. I'm not hypercritical to the Jewish people that live there. Granted, some of them agree with what's going on and agree with the Israeli government. That being said, my ire goes towards the Israeli government. And not everybody in the Israeli government are Jewish. Just like not everybody in Palestine are Muslim. Some are also Jewish. Some are also Christian. Some don't practice a religion at all. It's not all Muslims in Palestine, just like it's not all Jewish people who practice Judaism in Israel. It's not all just one thing. We need to stop having the blinders on and open our eyes to what's going on in the world. Because there's so much, and I mean so much more. There's so much more than just it's all Muslims here and it's all Jewish people here. No. None of that. None of that at all. But now, with Iran basically lining up in Tel Aviv, and I also heard a theory that Jeffrey Epstein didn't end himself in prison. He's somewhere in Tel Aviv. Well, if he is, he's no longer on the census now. He's no longer on the census now. If that's the case, that's at least what I'm predicting. He's no longer on the census now. He gone. He got now. Unless he fled to Europe too. But he'll get got again. And a lot of people that are saying, well, this is the people who agreed with the Israeli government. They're like, this land is ours. The Palestinians have no right to it. We have the right to defend ourselves. Are leaving to Europe. They're going straight to Europe. They are fleeing their promised land. Because they don't want to get blown up. Just like they blew the Palestinians up. Karma comes back. Or for people who are religious, the devil comes to collect his due. And baby, there's a lot to be collected. And I mean a lot. Let's see. Let's go ahead and check the files real quick. Just to see what's been deleted and what's not been deleted. Because this is what's been going on. With the full distraction of the Iranian attacks, many files have been deleted, so I'm just double checking. I've been making a commitment to myself to double check almost every day what's that's a picture. What's still in the files and what's not. Matter of fact, they probably deleted this. No, they did delete it. Basically, in the Epstein files, they had hunting parties. What do you mean by hunting parties? They would take people. Maybe it might be in here. This might be it. Leslie Groff. Alert. How is apartment hunting? Bam. How's apartment hunting going for redacted? Probably someone who assaulted children. See, this is apartment hunting. This might be it here. Good hunting question mark. You're welcome to come this weekend. If not, I wish you a happy Easter and good hunting. They hunted people. Like they had them brought to the island, let them loose, and hunted them. And for people to say that Jeffrey Epstein didn't have black people on the island, like they weren't hurt by him, I'm willing to bet the last $5 in my bank account that Jeffrey Epstein had. Trying not to get too emotional for this. To hunt them. And of course, my connection gets unstable because why would it? It's all to silence. But it wouldn't surprise me if the rest of those documents talked about them hunting black people down. And it really makes me wonder about the black kids that go missing. Matter of fact, was a instance of black children going missing in Virginia, black and brown children going missing, and people, as usual speculation, blamed an ice cream truck that went around at unusual hours, quote unquote. But no, some ice cream trucks go on later in the day because that's just how schedules work. So that really makes me wonder. Not really wonder. It really makes me think that those kids on them were on that island and they were used for target practice. They were hunted like animals. Cry. Had enough with crying on stream. I reached my quota with crying on stream. I really have. I'm gonna go before I start bawling. Um, where's my mouse? I'm gonna go before I start bawling because I feel my eyes getting hot, and I don't want to cry on stream again. I really don't. But just thinking about how scared those kids were, even if it weren't the kids from Virginia, just the children in general, just thinking about how scared they might have been while running for their lives, more or less. It. I got to go. I got to go. I got to go.